Hi guys, welcome back to the Playroom. Today we're going to do an unboxing and a reimagining of Hasbro's General Douglas MacArthur. I bought this guy back in 2003 because I was trying to put together a collection of American generals. There's only 4 that are in 1/6 scale, and they were made by Hasbro, DID, and Dragon Models. George Patton was made by DID, Hasbro, and DML. Eisenhower was made by Hasbro and Wolf King. Mark Clark and Omar Bradley were both made by Hasbro, and Bernard Montgomery was made by DID. Now, MacArthur's official title was Supreme Commander of Allied Forces in the Pacific. And I always wanted to have a figure of him in my collection. So let's get started. Now, I had bought this figure in 2003, and it's from Hasbro's G.I. Joe Medal of Honor winners line. It's not a bad figure as far as G.I. Joe goes, but it really doesn't hold up with the more higher end figures that are out, even at that time. So I took him out, I took a look at him, put him back in the box, and that's where he stayed only until recently. He comes with all the typical G.I. Joe stuff. He's got a map table, maps, he's got a compass protractor, he's got his sunglasses, his corncob pipe, he has the Supreme Commander's flag with a flagpole stand, and he even comes with what must be a suitcase. Either that or it is the biggest briefcase that I've ever seen in 1/6 scale. So here's the figure, all decked out, hat, sunglasses, corncob pipe. And like I said, he's okay for G.I. Joe, but he's G.I. Joe. And I wanted to put together a figure that was a little bit more high-end. Now, the head sculpt is pretty accurate for being Hasbro, and you can take a look here and see that the details of his face are pretty spot on. It'll make a good starting point. I popped the head off and threw it in boiling water to separate it from the mounting peg. And then I was trying to decide which adapter that I could use for the new body. And as it turns out, once I popped the neck post out from the top of the body, I found that it had a ball socket that was the same size as the replacement body. Now, if you look at this photograph of MacArthur from the Second World War, you can see that Hasbro really did their homework when it came to making the sculpt for this figure. The resemblance is really quite good. Now, MacArthur was in his mid-60s during the Second World War, and he didn't have the physique of a young man, so we had to pad him up a little bit to make him look his age. And here we're going to test try the neck post, and you can see it pops right in, and everything fits just fine. I wanted to check this neck post one more time, just to make sure that it was long enough to get it up above the clothing. I used the uniform from Dragon Model's Jack Sullivan Wake Island Defender. It's a nice example of the lightweight khaki cotton poplin uniform. The socks are from Cotswold Collectibles, and they're the correct color. The shoes are a soft leather with leather soles, and they're available from Battle Gear Toys. to keep the laces from coming untied, I put just the tiniest little drop of Gorilla Glue on the knot on the laces. And once that's dry, they'll never come apart again. Just make sure you don't put those pants down too quickly. Make sure that's dry. Now, to give the General his personality, I picked up a set of Ray-Ban sunglasses from the Captain Rafe figure. These glasses have the opaque lenses that allow you to see the eyes through the lenses. And they're a perfect fit. Now, to finish off the uniform, we're going to add a belt. This belt came from the Captain Rafe figure. And we're also going to install the Supreme Commander 5-Star General's collar insignia. And here's a look at the Supreme Commander collar insignia. Looks pretty nice. Well, all right. Here's the finished figure. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Definitely doesn't look like G.I. Joe. And here's another nice look for the figure. I think he sure looks sharp in that A1 flight jacket. And here's another nice look. Now, while I was creating this figure, I happened to watch the movie Emperor, starring Tommy Lee Jones. And so I ran to the stash box, got my Tommy Lee Jones head sculpt out, and voila! What do you think? Well, that's it for today, guys. Playhouse is always open. Stop in anytime, and we'll see you then.